So I was about done with the rig, the main assembly, the actuators, and some testing and things. I got a few packages delivered. Notable, one of them says TL, I assume traction loss, and SUR for surge. But what I'm interested right now, I'm gonna open up, it's this package. It doesn't have any marking what it is, but I suspect what it is, and I'm gonna show you. That looks familiar. So looks like I have some assembly to do. Nice. That's easy. Peanuts, they're tiny ones. That goes with this. Yay! Okay, let's put this together. First we'll have to put the plate, bottom plate. So to start with that, we'll have to get two of the profiles, the larger size, put the T-nuts in there. These are easy. Slide in there, they have the little ball screw thing. Excuse the noise, I have the printer running too there. And then we have to align them, the holes. And then use the tiny screws. Get it on. And then another one. Okay. Now we can't tie them too much, so we can align the rest of the pieces here. Now to the other side, so we need two more of the small T-nuts mounted. Okay, another one there. So that should be the base. Now you have the vertical profiles that the Servodrives mount on, and then you screw them down. It has to go on the bottom. Now since I'm gonna mount them, let's see, so this will be on the bottom. And so from there, since I'm gonna make them to point down, probably I'll do it like this, so there's more space for the aluminum on the bottom. Alright. You can put a wall if you want the extra cover, and this can be either for the front has a hole there, so you can put little T-nuts and align it and put them on. Those little T-nuts are very easy to put on. Put them there, and you slide them where the holes aligned. And just go in there. It's very easy. And of course, on the top, oops, I'll drop them off. I'll get them later. So on the top there is the mounting holes. This is for the house controller to align there. Just gonna put a few of these. Use some generic screw nut, but I'm sure there are other ways. Or maybe they're gonna start coming threaded for this reason. Okay, let's put two of these, but get the idea. It's gonna be held together. And of course, the servo drive. So now I'm gonna take some of this out. So I'm gonna put this there. I left the other two in place, so I just have to put the two on one side. There. Okay, so it's very secure in there, doesn't move at all. Holding it from the Servodrive itself. Oops. Yeah. Okay. You have it. Very easy. This is the close-up. It's very easy. And of course the strip with the filter on it will go on the back. It has the little mounts for this, so it will be mounted here with little T-nuts, but stay there. the back either side you will need it. It can be mounted to stay there. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna do the transplant now. I'll put all the servo drives and the cables at the mount, the enclosure, and yeah, I think I'm gonna have to play that part like in fast forward. So here it is, all finished. At least the power cables, they're all going back. So nothing is on the front. We're gonna plug also the encoders and the data cables to go there. And all the wires come from the back. This is all the power cables. Goes to the motors. These are the servo power cables that will go here. Plug each one. Okay, nice and neat. Let's put the other cables quickly. Okay, so we have completed most of the wiring. I'm bringing it closer so you can see everything connected, encoders, data cables, the controller. You can tighten up these and not want them to pop out. And let's have a look at the back. All this pile of cables is gonna go on the Servodrives on the platform, but this is what's gonna be all on the enclosure. Okay. Okay, so I printed a few things to mount the cables on the rig, on the tracks inside. So the first one I printed was a clip-on that goes onto the channel. It keeps you can bury the cables on the tracks and then just clip it on. It's strong, so we'll clip on there. Or another one will be a zip tie. It sits a bit higher, so I don't really prefer it, but I may have to use it because it locks better when you put in there. You have to rotate it one direction, but to lock. So that's the bottom. Locks in place. It's really strong there, don't move. And you can lock it again. Careful. So that's why you need to get a small 3D printer. Don't mind, this is too much, but it's useful to build like multiple of these. Can't get one of them. So you can see this is just came off of there. If you have good enough printer, you don't even have to remove this. So yeah, there's ways to mount the cable, so I'm gonna find the best way. Zip ties or block them. Get all this wiring done. I have everything marked, the pairs, where they go. So I'll have to run through the channels. Okay, so the connectors for the Servodrives, for the motor, the power, the encoder, I'll have somehow to keep them from hitting the rig. They're kinda metal on the partially metal. I think this part is metal here, the other is plastic, but still they make lots of noise. So my plan is to use these coolers I have. They're foamy enough, so I can just put them in there after I connect them, of course, on the other side too. And then I have this zip tie for the aluminum frame, but I'm going to use a flat version of it, so you can see it's easy to put in there. So the plan is to put it like this at the bottom, and then run a zip tie or two zip ties to connect both there. So this way, to keep it tight in place. so I'll have to test it out, but I think that will work. It's the easiest way to wrap it, so it's not gonna be noise, like a noise rattling. So yeah, I'm gonna attempt it. I think it's gonna work. Okay, so this is the motor cables. I use the clips on the vertical one on the profile, and then I use the zip tie clip to strap that cooler sleeve, whatever, because it's foaming, and then use some zip ties on it, and then the other end just use one more zip tie on the end to grab it before it goes out. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do more now. Go for the back motor. So I just finished putting the wires or the cables for the servo drives. They're all lined up under the rig. You can see here, going from the servo, and then they extend out in front. I'm gonna make them a bunch right there and there. Let's move this closer to the center. But everything is all cleaned up. You can't really see the cables going through the profiles there. It's on the inside. Oops. Motor cables. Maybe I'll put some zip tie or something around here, or something maybe to tension it better. But yeah, they go into the 3D printed frame holders and then wrapped on these things. So from inside the cockpit you can see those two, which I may move them a little more, I don't know. I mean I could, but not in the way of anything. Maybe just because maybe I'll put a metal plate to cover so there's a floor, and which I think I'm gonna need the floor, especially when I do traction loss at surge later, so I don't have something to step on instead of stepping into machinery under it. Yeah, I'm gonna do some more wiring for the belt tensioner too. Right now I have everything disconnected, so I'm gonna route some wiring for that as well. Yeah, that's how it goes. So an extra power supply too. Maybe I'll just place it next, or maybe just have an entire second tower of these for another 4 servos. I don't know, I need somewhere to put the extra servos I have all laying around. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to do a test run. I have already powered the controller. Yeah, nothing is activated yet. I need to do the switch. Let's see, there's a switch here. You can hear the motors barking. The basic test I have here with the arrows up, down. So I did that to see how much slack I have for the cables. I probably have to get extension for some of these cables, especially the screen one. It seems a bit too short there. Yeah. Thing is holding good. Alright. Another thing I didn't show before, but I may show it quickly here. There's adjustments for the seat, so you can move it back if you want to get in if there's not enough space, or to bring it closer if you want to be closer there. As you can see, the seat belt, it's actually attached on the rails, so it's moving along. If you can see it there. Anyway, so it's attached on the rails of the recliner, so it's moving along, which is really neat. don't have to adjust the space on this. There's a little bit of slack, but when it's tensioning the belts anyway, it will keep you all the way back on pulling in front. So, alright, let's see a bit more wiring now. Gonna be ready. To do some more testing. Okay, I arranged a bit the wiring, so there's no visible wires, at least on the outside, and there's two bunches of wires coming on the front, one of each side for the servos. All the up right here, I wrap them around. There's lots of extra if I wanted to put this servo cabinet away, or it's for the belt tensioner. I don't have another of these servo structure yet, the servo mounts, so I just put this belt tensioner servo drive there. It's a little screw. Hold it. So it's not on the floor, at least. But yeah. Yeah, I think it's time to start planning for the traction loss now. Traction loss at shorts, and I'll have to see how I'm gonna do it, because the shape of this, it's kind of hard, especially for the shorts, because it will have to be straight for the rails. But maybe I have to have some extension, like I did for the servo motor, for the actuator. Maybe I can have another mount like that made, that I can use for the rails, or something that doesn't look too bulky. Anyway, let's see.